Today I wanted to let you know the state of the market. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the 80th episode of Coffee with Chuck. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Can't believe it's been 80 episodes already. Just constant week after week. Which brings me to what I wanted to do today. Today I wanted to let you know the state of the market, what happened this year in real estate on a national level. Take a look at what's happening in Chicago, and I want to give you my 2023 predictions just based on some of the things that I've been reading and watching the last couple of weeks. So let's get right into it. So there's been a lot of doom and gloom news. I don't know where some of these people are getting their information from, but a lot of doom and gloom, a lot of everything's going to crash. What I've been hearing from the buyers and sellers, people want to talk about real estate and how the world is going to end. Everybody thinks that the world is going to crash. I've been saying to people, even earlier this year, I need to go find the episode, but I said that inflation is going to rise, which will then, in turn make interest rates rise. And here we are, I need to find that Coffee with Chuck, like I said, and hopefully I could go back to this. But, this is, Jay Powell from the Federal Reserve is aiming for a 2% inflation rate, which means that mortgage rates will eventually come down. Anywho, I wanted to go over some stats about the market, like I said. So the best indicator that we see right now is pending home sales. So it's been coming down. Pending home sales has been coming down from the beginning of this year till now. The reason for that is just raising interest rates. So, it kept rising and rising and rising interest rates, which makes the pending sales come down and down and down. But once mortgage rates stabilize, pending contracts should stabilize too. When is this going to happen? I'm not too sure, but the mortgage rates have been artificially increased because the Feds have been raising its basis points. So, if you guys keep up, the Federal Reserve wanted to do a soft landing on, what they were going to do with inflation. Now they're trying to overcorrect what they messed up. So when that stabilizes, it's going to help the interest cause. Now, speaking about rates, this year we started a little bit under 3% of interest rates, and then a couple weeks ago it hit 7%. So the rapid increase was huge. This year we went from 3 to 7. The 7% is a 20-year high. I can tell you though that many buyers at the beginning of the year were scared on how prices were escalating because of the interest rates being so low. Now I'm just hearing that interest rates are just so high. So I don't know what to do, guys. Like, we could wait all you want, but that's where I feel like a lot of the doom and gloom is coming from. But this week it came down a little bit. Not sure exactly where we're at today, but it came down a little bit. I did get an email, I think on the 8th, saying that this 30-year fixed was about 5.5%. So it is coming down. And a couple of days ago, the Fed raised its basis points again. So we'll probably come up again. That's why we need to figure out where the stabilization is for interest rates. I wanted to quote our NAR economist, Lawrence Yun. I follow him a lot just because he does a lot of the things with the realtors. So he said in his last podcast that we will definitely have lower interest rates by 2024, and that buyers still want to buy now, and because they still have confidence in the market, but because of the rising interest rates this year, they have been pushed out for what they could afford. So the market is still here. Buyers are still buying. Sellers are still selling ish, right? But, those are kind of what he's predicting from that. So speaking about inventory levels, because this year we had an inventory problem. Right now at a national level, it's still very low. When I looked at the chart from 2008, 2009 till now, the inventory then was 4 times higher than it is now. So think about 2008, 2009, when the real estate crash really happened. Inventory was 4 times higher than it is now, right? So there's not really a lot of things to buy still. There's also, job opportunities that is happening right now versus 2008, 2009. There was no jobs available during that time. How do I know that? That's when my class graduated college, around that time, 2008, 2009, 2010. Terrible job market. Here, right now, you should still be able to find jobs, which means all those doom and gloom sayers, I don't see why you're saying that. We still have good jobs, low inventory, prices are rising a little bit. We still have this inflation to fight, but that's nothing too crazy to work at, right? So what do I say about housing prices? So housing prices in the short term, from last year to this year, they have increased about 10% higher. So if you bought last year, your home at a national level is appreciated about 10%. So people that bought in the spring and summer this year, you'll see something even, it's still pretty balanced, maybe a little decline, depending where you are in the nation. Here in Chicago, we don't really appreciate too much nor depreciate too much. So everybody is good who I've been personally working with. But it doesn't matter, because if you're thinking about this long term, and like I say, if you're able to take care of your mortgage month over month, don't even worry about it. Your home will make the value back in the long term. Example, in the 80s, the average home price was about $50,000. Now the average home price is $300,000. National numbers, right? So always think long term. Now some Chicago data, okay? The Chicagoland data. From October to November, prices are still rising in Chicagoland. Very, very small, but it's still rising. Market time has been consistent the last couple months. And then our month supply is 2.4, which we are still in a seller's market. All right, with all this information, I know that was probably a lot. There's other things I'm trying to think about if I want to go through it, or if I'm going to go, I'll just maybe a different episode. But overall, what my 23 predictions of real estate. Actually, first, I want to address the buyers that are saying, oh, prices are so high, rates are so high, my home, if I buy now, my home is going to be worth half of what I'm going to pay for. No, it's not, guys. It's not going to happen. So I don't, there's just too much on the other side that I don't even see that even being a possibility. I mean, yes, if we have a national, disaster, or, a world shutdown again or something crazy like that, yeah, maybe. But as far as some of the data from, if you're looking at it with a common denominator, I don't see that happening. Like, I would compare this market like a late 2018, 2019 kind of market, pre-pandemic. So my thoughts of 2023, we'll have lower sales, similar to like the 2018 to 2019 market. Yes, we'll still have multiple offers, but not as crazy as it was this past year. Mortgage rates will still stabilize, or start to stabilize, I should say. And then market prices will still be slowly increase. So that's where I stand in 2023. Let me know if you have any questions and thoughts about the market. If you have, any questions, or if you know anybody that needs to sell or purchase or even invest. Right now is a good time to start investing. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But that's all I have for you guys today. Till next time, have a great rest of your day. Have an even greater weekend. And I'll see you next week. Cheers.